position in during COVID-19, and also to observe consumer satisfaction of Highlands Coffee products. That's our research objectives, and we use primary data and also secondary data to collect data. And for timetable, we have 4 phases, and we are currently on the phase 3, which is data collecting and sampling. That's all.
Yes.
Any questions?
Can you tell us more details about it and what you did?
Sorry?
Can you tell us more details about each part and what you did?
Each part. We are primarily do the research, which we collect the primary data through an online survey, through Google Online Survey, and we have currently like 52 participants on the online survey. And secondary data, we take some from internet source about the current position of the Highlands Coffee business. So do you have any questions more like specific so I can answer it?
Yes. All class members, do you have any questions? Especially some other group that you don't have similar plans with this group, you can have questions. So we make clear and we understand fully about the plans, the research plans. So we can design the research and we can apply it. Other group, do you have any questions? Some other group that you have totally different plans with this group, and until now you haven't give any questions. Some group you have similar plans, so you understand the same with this group, but other group you have plans totally different.
Yeah,
it's like in the box.
From the looks of it's like a different file now. Our group just answered the questions inside from the case study, not going overboard.
Firstly, we must understand about what we do. And to have information for that, how can you have information? So group 5, please tell us what you want to research.
So our main purpose is to determine difficulties and the position of the Highland Coffee business during COVID-19. So what is different after and before the COVID-19, and how they face their difficulties. And secondly, we want to observe the consumer satisfaction and also the difficulties they face during the COVID-19.
Yes, thank you. Very
That's
good.
clear enough?
Yes, very clear. But in the research methodologies, how can you do the primary data before you do the secondary data?
we create a surveys online to and it has some very like clear and focusing questions to determine the objectives of us.
Yes, but what kind of question you ask, and what about the content? What about the behavior? What about the business? And about anything in your surveys? How can you give the questions? How can you know that what do you need to ask, and where and who you will ask? All that information. How can you have that information? Sorry, but this one is group work, so not only 35 all group members should have some contributes. Otherwise, I will think that this one is private only for Thắng, not for other. If only he presents and answer and do everything for your group. And when you do the group work, similar in maybe I don't know this semester or next semester, when you have group work, you also have to do, all group member must join, and when you present, all of you must present and all of you must answer. So we practice similar like that, not only one member do everything.
Yes, I also divide my group into like two more small group, and one group do the primary data, and the second group do the secondary data. So I think if you ask one of them, like if you ask the primary data, one of group will answer you.
Yes, right. Good.
I can answer this question. Can you hear me now?
Yes, very clear.
Yes, based on old research and latest research online, I can find out about the customer behavior and trend tendencies of. So based on that, I can find out about question, and I can easily create questionnaire survey.
So
then
sorry, but what kind of data is that? Or you just mentioned all the data you base on that to do the survey, to design the surveys? What kind of data you use?
Primary data.
Primary?
Yes. Questionnaire survey.
Yes.
I use quantitative method.
I mean, you said that you base on the related research, some other research before, and some other information from internet to know the background of the problem. And based on that, you design the surveys, right?
Yes.
So what kind of data for the information from internet you get, and the related research you read? What kind of data is that data?
I think both primary and secondary data, because I have to collect a lot of information related to yes, I collect a lot of information to create questions.
Yes, what give us some example. Just give us any example that primary data. Any primary data you need to design the survey?
Để trả lời câu này ạ.
Yes.
Example for primary data is like we all know that Highland Coffee can be found on the main street around many official buildings.
Yes.
But Highland is not only not the only coffee shop on the street. So example for question is why do you choose Highland Coffee?
I don't understand what you mean.
Nói thật, ý em là kiểu mình thường thấy Highland ở những cái địa điểm đông người,
Yes.
kiểu trung tâm thương mại, các tòa nhà văn phòng ấy ạ.
Yes, I see.
Nhưng mà ở đấy cũng có rất nhiều quán cà phê. Vậy thì một câu hỏi survey có thể là tại sao lý do bạn chọn lại là Highland ạ?
So what's the related to what you are answering? Because what we are talking here is about, just 1 second. Yes, about this. You said that you do this first. And after that, you do this. So the question is, how can you design the surveys without secondary data? Because you said that you use primary data. Then you find out the secondary data. And my question is, how can you do the surveys? How can you design the survey without secondary data? Even
sorry.
for the background for this.
Could I make it clear right now?
Yes.
Câu này để anh Thắng hỏi.
So the secondary data, we use secondary data for to determine the difficulties and also the position of the brand.
Yes.
And we use the primary data to determine the consumer satisfaction.
Yes.
So like 2 questions and 2 methodology. Not like we use secondary data to.
Must be the first. This one must be the second.
Yep, first question and second questions.
No, I mean, you must talking about secondary data first. You can't talk about secondary data after you do the primary data. Because even you haven't done anything yet, but you already use some secondary data to understand about the topic, to know some basic, some backgrounds about the topic. So you already use secondary data. So how can you talk about the primary data first? No, we can't do it. In any plans, we must talk about secondary data first.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think there is a misunderstanding here. Like,
yeah,
we can rearrange the secondary data first, but it do not affect our plan.
Sorry.
You mean like we should use the secondary data first, then the primary data, right?
Yes. For any plans, we must, not about should, but must, we have to do the secondary data first, and after that we do the primary data. We can't just think about primary data because you can't do it. All the surveys, all the questions you use in the surveys is not suitable if you don't understand about what you are doing. And to understand about that, you must use secondary data. So for any plan, we must mention about secondary data first. Then we have to make clear that what kind of secondary data we use. For example, you said that you read from internet, it's the general information. It's not enough for the plans. The plans must be, for example, you go to the specific websites and you read specific documents or book.
Yes, we also use some research related to the Highland coffee.
Yes, and you have to put it here in the plans. What you need to read and how you can find it and who will read it when you read it. That's the plan.
Like when the time when we
yes
did this plan, we have not made our mind like which website or which research surveys we should use as secondary data.
Yes. So before we do it, we must think and prepare the plans. Then everybody will go for the plan to apply the plans. Otherwise, you just do it without the plans. So the plan is all we do. So it must be as detailed as possible. Otherwise, we feel very difficult to do it. So for the first time we do, maybe the plan is not good enough. And after that, we change, and we can put some information for our plans. And after one time you do it very carefully. Next time when you make the plans is very good. And after maybe 3 times or 4 times, any plans. Do you get that?
Yeah, I got it.
Yes. Okay.
So you're saying like we need to more like detail about our plan, especially in research methodology, right?
Yes.
So any improvement or enhancement you think that we should do in any of the part?
Okay. So now your group can talk more details about 2 of this. Then we discuss more.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will stop sharing my screen now. Is that right?
No, let's 31 talking about what she will do or what she did for the primary data. Phương, continue your present. Sorry for interrupt it because we need to understand first. Then you can talk.
Yes. Wait me a sec.
Right. If you have any more details, you can share your screens. It's easy for us. Yes. Yes, how can you find them? Send it in the internet. We can't say we can do it, and we can't say that because send in the internet is nothing. For example, you send to your friends list in Facebook, or you send to your friend by the emails or any other things, must be specific like that. Send in the internet is nothing. Yes. So all of your group members, friends, or just your friends? Yes. So how many of each? $100. So how many of each of you will send 100? Yes, but how many of each of you? How many people you will send for each of you? Each group member.
35.
35.
Bọn em cả một nhóm là tạo xong một cái research rồi gửi cho những bạn bè của mình, tổng cộng là có 35 người điền được vào cái survey này ạ.
Yes, but how can you send it?
Through Facebook, Messenger, Zalo, Instagram, like social media.
But you send it for each people, each persons, or you just put it in your Facebook and ask? No, not it's not that kind of sense. Just you post.
I send link gửi link qua tin nhắn luôn ạ, gửi trực tiếp luôn ạ.
Yes, that kind of sense that we can call send. But if you just post it in your home page, it's not kind of sense. Just post it and ask some friends or anybody can help me with this. It's not kind of research. It's what student did. But when we do the research like this, we can't say that because it's not the methodologies. Because you must choose the person who answer, not just put it there and anybody one will answer. It's not the plan, right? We can't have plan that I just leave it there and anybody feel attached. Anybody want to do it, some of my friends will help me to do it. No, it's not the plans. The plans must, like Phương said, that you send it from message, Zalo message or Facebook message or some kind of, or emails or some other thing. You send the links to them, so you will know that how many you send and how many response. Otherwise, if you just post, we can't know that. We can't say that, or we send to 100 or 200 because actually we didn't send it. So when you send it, send the links or any other things, and you will know that, for example, each group member send maybe 10 people, then you have totally 50 and then 35 answers or something like that. That's the plan. Do you get that? Yes. So when you finish designing the surveys, you must have planned to send to the respondents, and you must have planned for each pupil in your group that how many surveys you must send and how many survey you must receive at least. Otherwise, maybe one group member will say that, oh, he sent hundreds surveys, but only 5 response. How can you check it, right? So normally we must, okay, I don't care how much you send, but at least you must give us about 20 answers or 50 answers or something like that. So they must find out the suitable way to get the response. Otherwise, they just send and they say that, oh, I complete my work.
Sorry, can I interrupt you right now?
For the group leader, yes?
We do have like a number of how many survey we also said that before, like 100 respondents, and we can also check that number on a survey line.
Yes, but that for all group, but you must have plans for each group member. And when you have plan like that, you can check, and after you finish all your work, you can see that who contributes more, who less. What you, for example, you must give the mark for each group member. You will know that who is better and who is not good enough. You get that? If we don't have very clear plans, very difficult for you to see how people contribute for the work. We can't just use our feeling, or I feel that he is not good, or I think that. No, we must make everything very clear. That the plans. Okay, continue. But that's must only about the number you sent, but about the surveys, how many questions in your surveys?
We have like total 10 questions.
10 questions. Oh, all right. And what is about?
To determine consumer satisfaction.
Satisfaction, yes.
After and before COVID-19 quarantine.
Yes, satisfactions about the service, or about the anything, about what?
About the product, service, place, and also like what they expect to the Highland Coffee to improve in the future, and what difficulties they face in during COVID-19 when they come to Highland Coffee to order.
Okay, I see. What else? That's all.
And we also ask like with or without Highlands Coffee, where other place they would choose other us to buy drinks, so we can determine like the position of Highlands Coffee in a customer mind.
Yes. So based on that, we can also see the competitors.
Yes.
Do you have any questions about the competitors?
Yes, we have like 2 questions to determine the competitor.
Yes. So all that you said must be in the plans. So the plans should be more than that, more than this, that you put more about what you pretend to do. You must put in your plans. And after that, everybody will know that what your group will do. and they can contribute, they can do their own work. Otherwise, with the plans very simple like this, plans very difficult for your group to do. It's almost nothing in this plans. When I read this, I know what you pretend to do, but just in general.
Yes. So I think that this plan is like general for you to read, like how our team projects will go, like what direction it will go. But we have like more detailed plans for each of us in our team to do.
Yes, that's why you read on the Facebook. I write it very detailed, that as detailed as possible, because the plans is not the thing to see, but the thing to do. So all the group member based on the plans to do, and this subject we study about how we conduct the research. So we must make the plan very clear, because this subject we study about the plans, not study about the results. So I don't care much about the results. I just care about the way you do. So if you have the suitable way, the good ways, it's good enough. I don't care much about the results, because we don't have enough time to do everything. So just have the good mind, the good thinking to do that good enough. And after that, you will apply for some other subjects and for your final work, group work, and the final work for each of you. So that's how we apply this subject. And now we just study how to make the plans and how to apply the plans. So I don't care much about the results, that what you can get. For example, after you have 100 or maybe other group, maybe 200 surveys answers, and what you do, what you can give the informations, or maybe the thing or contributes for Highlands or for any other company. I don't care much about that. I just care how you make the plans and how you organize the group to work to make it true. Yes. Okay. So please go down for the box, the table behind. Yes, this one is this ones can help us to see how your plans will go, but it should more specific. You should make it more details, so it's easier for us and easier for your group to do. But the first time you do, it's okay, but after you have that, for example, this one maybe 2 people, this one 2 or 1 or 2 or 3 or any of you. So this person, this people must make this more clear. So maybe the group leader make this, and for each which who has response with us will make it more clear and send the information for the group leader. So after that, the group leader have the full timetable for all of you. So that will be the better plans. All right. Do you want to have? Do you want to say anything more? Your group?
No, I think that will be better.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Next group, please.
You want group 6 to introduce our plan to you?
Yes, please.
Can you see my plan, our plans?
Yes.
So as you can see that we got the same structure with groups, group 5. With our topic we choose is about the customer service of Thế giới di động. Here's our introduction. I think that we should move to the main parts about the research method. Like we got the same idea with the group 5, and we have seen that we have seen your solution to group 5 and your solution and your advice. I think you should give me some question that we can answer it clearly.
I think that you can tell us more details about what you pretend to do and how many group members joins and all other things. For example, about the surveys, how many surveys you will send, and how can you send this, or some other things.
So about the research method we have chose, we use primary data.
Sorry, I didn't get the topic. What?
We choose here the customer service of Thế giới di động.
Customer service.
Yes.
Okay.
Who
will you ask?
We will choose 100 customer have experienced the service of Thế giới di động.
Yes. How can you find them?
We like in the website of Thế giới di động, we have the data of them, like the common people of customer have like have had the feedback about customer service of Thế giới di động. So we will use them there as a primary data.
Can you connect them?
Like we collect the comment from the website of Thế giới di động.
I see.
And they got a lot of feedbacks about customer service Thế giới di động, and we gonna get the percent, like we're gonna collect the information from the website.
Yes. So what kind of data you call for that data?
Primary data.
No.
Or secondary data.
Other people. He said that he collect the answer or the feedbacks from Thế giới di động website or fan page or something like that. So he collects the information from that. And how can we call for that kind of data?
Secondary.
Sure. Because it's already there. You do nothing, just copy that. So it's not primary data. Okay, continue.
So we are going to do the questionnaire surveys, online surveys like group 5. We also like contact to our good friends, that the people who have tried and got experience to customer service of Thế giới di động. and we also design.
How can you
about
find them? How can you know about your
like
friends?
in our question survey in our question questionnaire surveys, we got the question about have you try or have you buy something from Thế Giới Di Động, and we have you try. What do you think about their customer service?
So sorry, so you just send the links, send the surveys to your friends by accident, not choose who you will send, just find out any in the your friends list and you just choose and send by accident, right?
Yes.
Okay. Continue.
That is the data that we can. So
you have questions to ask who use the who was the Thế Giới Di Động customers, then they will answer your surveys, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So about questionnaire survey that we have designed about 12 questions.
Yes.
And what do you want to know more about our research method, like about data?
About secondary data. Can you tell us more details about secondary data you use?
Actually, that when we see you give a solution about Thắng group, we got the same mistake with their group. I think that we're gonna use, like, we're gonna try to find out on the website that have write about Thế Giới Di Động customer service. We're gonna use as a sources to gain data.
Yes. What kind of data you get?
They comment about customer service, like a group work from like the documentary from other university or from a book.
Yes, but for this, for example, we must make clear that firstly, you need some background for your topic. So
Yes.
what you mentioned, yes. And the second, that, for example, if you want to know about the customer service, so you must know what kind of customer service Thế Giới Di Động has.
Yes, we have to find out about that.
Yes, then
like, you can see in our strategy, we have seen that we have to understand our information on the step of Thế Giới Di Động customer service.
Yes, how can you know that? How can you get this?
Oh, we gain information from website of Thế Giới Di Động, and we're gonna compare to all of the documentary from like from other research.
Yes. So based on this, you will know that what you should ask customers.
Yes.
What, for example, suppose that they have 5 steps. So you will know that what you ask for the first, the second, and for the last. So
yes.
How many questions for the first? How many questions for the second? How many questions for the, yes, the fourth and the fifth? So you will know, and based on that, you can design the surveys. And you put maybe about the personal data, personal information, or some other extra information about the maybe the plans or the solutions or some other. Yes.
Yes. When we design the survey, we're gonna see the problem of the customer service of Thế Giới Di Động, and we're gonna get some get some solution to solve that problem.
Yes.
Yes.
And how will you analyze the data?
Which actually we're gonna divide in the like the chat box. I don't know. We are in the percentage, like how many percent of people feel have satisfied to the Telegram customer service, and how many that like get a problem with customer service, and what are their problem. So we're gonna divide into like in the chart.
I see, but that's only very basic ways to use the data, and based on that you can't have the deep analysis the details about the solutions. So you must compare the results. For example, if you ask about the maybe you will divide some other group of customer. For example, the person who buy the product in maybe from 1 to 5 millions, and from 5 to 10, and then 10, more than 10 or something like that. So you can collect the data from each group and you can compare. Maybe after comparing, you will see that the customer who buy the mobile phones less than 5 millions, they very satisfied with the service, but to other group they don't. Or maybe
So
you can see that the customer who buy the phones more expensive than maybe 10 millions, they feel very satisfied, but to other they don't. Something like that.
yes.
Do you get that?
Yes. So
Yeah.
you're gonna use the price of the product to compare in the satisfaction of customer, right?
I just give an example.
Yes.
So
Yes.
your group can choose any issues to divide the group to some segments. You can divide anything, maybe based on the genders, the sex, men and women, the work, students and worker or something like that, based on the age, based on the maybe the price or anything. It depends on your group, but by comparing that, you will have more details. And after that, if you want to tell them to give some advice, some solutions, it's more specific, it's easier for you to talk. For example, the marketing for the cheap mobile phone is different from the expensive ones. The service is also like that. For example, for these ones, maybe they don't need to wait whenever they come to the shop. They will be the first who will be served. But if you buy the things cheaper, maybe you have to wait. So this kind of customer, we call that VIP customers. So they will have more specified, more special service for them, for something like that. So it's more specified and it's maybe better for your results. Do you get that?
Yes.
Yes, it's much better than we just say in general. Or for example, you have one questions, and then when you have the answer, you have some data and you draw the table to show what kind of data like that. And the second, you have table, or maybe you have a model or something like that. And just, or it's not suitable, it's not good enough. We must compare the results of each questions and connect with each others. Then we can see more details, deeper, more information, or maybe you find out some other thing to see.
Yes.
Okay.
I have a question for you. You have just said that we gain the information and data from the internet by getting feedback of customer. What do you call that data?
A secondary data, like here you see,
Yes.
you see that. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. The thing on your paper is right, but the thing you mentioned before is different, right?
Yes, I got confused about that.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. So do you got any question that you wanna ask me?
I just confused that two of your group 6 and group 5, you have similar paper sent to me, make me feel that one group copy from other group, because it's
No,
not the way we do.
got the same. We got the same structure that like we base on the research method that we have learned. Like we have learned research method from a semester 2, so we use that as like the model to get.
That's a very big problem for us, that when you apply anything you studies, you must customize that, make it your group, not the similar with what you get. Like when we cook, we put some ingredients, make the foods different from others. Otherwise, all plants will be the same, right?
Yes.
Because we all study in the same university, you join the same class, you read the same book, so all the plants will be the same. So it's not the way we work. So when we make it more clear, we customize that, so it's different. So even the, not only the structures, the way you can see that the way we see on the slide is similar. How you show us is the same. So it makes us have the feeling that it's a copy, not what you did. Actually, sometimes maybe we don't copy from them, but we will make people, make the audience feel that we are copying from others. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
So I'm gonna stop the slide right here. Yes.
Yeah. Group 7, please.
Em chào thầy, em nói tiếng Việt hay không ạ?
Yes.
Nhóm em để làm về một bọn em nghiên cứu về thị trường của BT Hunter. Thì bọn em sẽ dùng chủ yếu là
Please
Google.
make it more details. What do you mean by the markets of BT Hunter?
Là bọn em BT Hunter ra một sản phẩm mới và bọn có tên là Patchwork Campaign, và bọn em muốn nghiên cứu thị trường về độ lớn của thị trường và hành vi của khách hàng. Thì bọn em sẽ dùng Google Tools và như là Google Trends và Google Keyword để xác định tần suất xuất hiện của các từ khóa liên quan đến BTS trên Google. Từ đó bọn em xác định được khách hàng mục tiêu và độ lớn của thị trường, từ đó sẽ chọn được một kênh marketing phù hợp. Thầy có ý kiến gì không ạ?
It's just your object. You haven't said anything yet. How you do it?
Thì bọn em dùng Google Trends và Google Keyword để bọn em xác định được độ lớn của thị trường ạ.
Yes, it's just the very general word. How you do it? For example, 2 group member will do it, 3 group member, and how long you do it, and how can you do it? How can you share information? How can you analyze any other things? Just one sentence that we will do this, and that's not the plan.
Sau đó thì sau khi xác định được khách hàng mục tiêu thì bọn em sẽ sử dụng mô hình SWOT để phân tích điểm mạnh, điểm yếu và của sản phẩm, và sau đó bọn em sẽ phân tích cả các công ty cạnh tranh nữa. Như bọn em ở đây là có hai đối thủ cạnh tranh chính là những công ty có cùng phân khúc giá và cùng đối tượng mục tiêu như là Ananas, và đối thủ thứ hai là những công ty có cùng sản phẩm nhưng mà có phân khúc giá cao hơn như là Adidas và Nike.
Yes, how can you do the SWOT?
Bọn em sử dụng unique selling point để tìm ra để đẩy mạnh cái giá trị khác biệt của sản phẩm và phân tích những sự khó khăn của sản phẩm so với các công ty khác.
The SWOT is including S,
W,
O, T,
and T.
Yes. So how do you know about each? Which is strength? What is weakness? What is opportunities and what is threats for?
Strength là của BTS Hunter là poly make in Việt Nam.
Yeah. No. I mean, how do you know about that? By what way? We are talking about the way to find the information of each. So how can you have information? You can't say that I think, or we feel, or we guess. We can't say that. We must make clear the plan.
Dựa vào các điểm mạnh của thương hiệu đã có từ các sản phẩm trước rồi, thì nó đã tạo.
Where you got that information?
From customer.
From customer. So you can read what customer thinks. How can you have information from customer?
From previous product.
Not the answer.
I don't know.
The information flying in the skies and you just take it?
From internet.
How can you get it?
Đọc những bài báo.
Where? I can't see it.
Đọc những bài báo về phân tích về thương hiệu.
That's the problem. Who will read the newspaper? And how can you read? How can you find out the newspaper? That's the way we do.
Yes, I understand.
You must make the plans. Who will read it? When you read it? And what about you read it?
Yes, I understand.
Yes, all that must very details. Otherwise, you just said that, okay, go on internet and read. So if you are my group leader and I am your member, and you tell me that go on internet and read about BTIT, so how can I do? And other member read the same, and all of us go from the same website. We read the same article, and then we give you the same answer. So how can your group work? Do you get that?
Yes.
Yes, we must make it very clear.
Tại vì lúc đầu em nghĩ là làm sườn, chỉ làm cái sườn nên em làm hơi sơ sài một chút.
Yes, I see. That's why today I had to work with all of your group, because I see the big problem. Yes, continue.
Và bọn em sẽ, khi mà khách hàng mua hàng trên website thì thường để lại email, và thì bọn em sẽ sử dụng những thông tin đấy để gửi cho khách hàng các những mẫu câu hỏi để thu thập lại những cái feedback của khách hàng.
Have you ever done any similar thing before?
Vào năm ngoái bọn em có nhóm em có làm một cái questionnaire và gửi cho cũng design một cái mẫu câu hỏi và gửi đi rồi.
Yes, but did you send the questionnaires for the stranger or just to your friend?
My friend.
Yes, that's a big difference. You send to your friends, maybe you get the response, but you send to the strangers, it's much different. You said that you go to the website and you get the information from customer and you send the questionnaire to customers. But do you think that they will answer?
I think they not.
Yes, I think so. I think that they won't. So that's the plans. We must make the plans that how many we send, and we can guess how many response. Maybe if you send to the stranger, I think that only 10% response maximum. So that's very big problem for us.
Yes,
So if you want to have 100 answers, you have to send thousands.
Yes.
Yes, that's about the plans. Okay, continue.
Kế hoạch của em thì đến đây cũng, và bọn em làm cái report đấy. Bọn em muốn hôm nay thầy chữa nên là bọn em sẽ để timetable sau. Bọn em muốn làm timetable sau.
Okay. That's all.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Group 1, please.
Xin phép chú ạ.
Yes.
Thầy ơi, em là Trần Bảo Ngọc số 29 ấy, thì bây giờ ở chỗ em đang là tâm dịch ấy, thì em phải đi test bây giờ, nên là có thể là em không biết là thầy điểm danh cuối giờ em còn ở đấy không, thì em xin phép thầy trước ạ.
29.
Em cảm ơn thầy ạ.
Okay.
Vâng.
Yes. Where are you now?
Em ở Nam Định ạ.
Nam Định.
Từ hôm qua hôm nay chỗ em 20 mấy ca cộng đồng rồi, cho nên là ngày nào cũng đi test.
Oh. I didn't read newspaper, so I didn't get any information. All right.
I already.
Up to you.
I'm not in the infection zone, so I don't know. And I already have 2 shots now, so I'm fine. I can go to school without any problem.
Okay. Yes, Group 1, please.
Thầy ơi, thầy đợi bọn em một tí thì bọn em trình chiếu với ạ.
Yes. How long is một tí? 1 minute or 10?
Nó phụ thuộc vào tốc độ máy tính bạn Hiền Anh mở chạy nhanh hay chậm vậy.
Okay. So all the information on that computer, no one else got the information. Group 2, are you ready? Group 2.
Thầy ơi thầy, cho
Yes.
em xin phép điểm danh ấy, tại nhà em mất điện mà em còn có 2% pin nữa ạ. Thế em không có điện, em để sạc điện thoại ấy.
Unlucky you, okay. Why you come late?
Tại vì nãy là điện thoại em nó sập nguồn, xong em lại bật lên thì nó lên được 2% nữa ấy thầy.
Okay.
Em cảm ơn thầy ạ.
Okay.
Thầy ơi, em xin phép được trình chiếu ạ.
Yes, please.
Bây giờ thì em sẽ đại diện cho nhóm 1 để gọi là giới thiệu về cái plan của nhóm em ạ. Due to the limited of the time, so I guess our group, our research plan might be a bit careless, but I hope my explanation will help you to understand somehow of our plan. First, our research plan is to focus on a marketing strategy of Sprite in this year. Yes, this year Sprite have come up with a new marketing plan that is to change the appearance of the bottle from the green bottle to the white bottle, so that they can focusing on the environmental factors. So that is what I have included in our research objective, and the second part is talking about the name of the research. That we it's like the title of our question form that we send to our friends. Okay, in this research, our group focus on 5 range of age. First is the from 15 to 17, 18 to 25, 26 to 35, 36 to 45, and from 46 to above. And we don't we don't limit the sex at all. Male or female can do our research. And we also want to know more about our customer income, so that we can based on the answer of our friends that fill in, we can find out about the customer behavior, like what they want to buy, what they want to what they are interested in when buying a product that is like a soft drink. yes, what they want to look into. And until now, we have collect 250 answer from all of our friends in 2 weeks. And next, this one. About the research approach, we choose the quantitative research approach about the secondary data. And also we use the quantitative approach to gọi là sao nhỉ? Thôi em nói tiếng Việt nhé thầy. Bọn em thì có hai hướng tiếp cận, mà bọn em tiếp cận theo cả hình thức định tính lẫn định lượng. Định tính thì bọn em áp dụng với những cái câu hỏi questionnaire, bọn em hỏi các người bạn. Thì ngoài việc là thống kê ra cái số lượng mà mọi người cái số lượng mà mọi người điền ở những cái phần ví dụ như là thu nhập hay là độ tuổi các thứ ấy, thì có những cái câu hỏi nó liên quan đến đến kiểu cái quan điểm cá nhân của các bạn ấy thì bọn em coi cái đó là cái phần thông tin liên quan đến định tính. Còn những cái thông tin về định lượng thì chủ yếu bọn em tìm hiểu ở các cái, vì là bọn em làm về Sprite thì bọn em có tìm hiểu thông tin trên những cái trang web chính chủ của công ty Coca-Cola và những cái bài viết, bài báo cũng như là những cái feedback về sản phẩm Sprite để về vấn đề định lượng, về cái thông tin định lượng ở secondary data. Ok. Như nãy em cũng có trình bày thì là nhóm bọn em sử dụng hình thức là gửi dưới dạng Google Form. Bọn em cũng giống các nhóm khác là bọn em là tạo một cái bảng câu hỏi Google Form mà bọn em gửi cho từng bạn một. Bọn em thì tập trung kỳ cả là cái tập khách hàng của bọn em khá là rộng ấy ạ, vì là bọn em là làm về mặt hàng mặt hàng tiêu dùng, nước giải khát, thế nên là cái lứa tuổi bọn em khá là đa dạng. Bọn em muốn có một cái góc nhìn rõ ràng hơn là ở các độ tuổi khác nhau thì có cái suy nghĩ, có cái mong muốn như thế nào khi hướng đến cái việc kiểu như mua một cái sản phẩm nước uống ấy ạ. Thì bọn em ngoài việc gửi cho bạn bè thì cũng có nhờ đến sự giúp đỡ của bố mẹ và bạn bè của bố mẹ bọn em nữa, nên là độ tuổi nó cũng rộng hơn. Về cái timeline thì em có đính kèm một cái link phân chia đầy đủ công việc của từng bạn cũng như là thời gian làm việc, deadline từng bạn ở trong cái link đó. Thì lát nữa bọn em có thể chiếu cũng được, còn không thì thầy có thể ấn vào xem giúp bọn em ạ. Cái outcome thì cho đến bây giờ thì cái outcome của bọn em là ban đầu bọn em dự tính là sẽ tối thiểu là sẽ đạt được 200 câu trả lời ở trong Google Form, nhưng mà đến bây giờ thì bọn em đã đạt được đến 250 thì em thấy là số lượng đấy là cũng ok rồi. Và các cái quá trình nghiên cứu thì hiện giờ các bạn cũng đã hoàn thành rồi ạ, nhưng mà vẫn chưa qua, gọi là bọn em vẫn chưa họp lại để kiểm duyệt một lần nữa. Thế nên là cái plan này nó mới mang tính chất là nó vẫn chưa được hoàn chỉnh lắm ấy ạ. Thì mong là thầy có góp ý thêm ạ. Khoan nãy tôi có bật mic không đấy?
Yes, we hear very clear. Thank you. That's all.
Vâng ạ.
Okay. Now we need to make the plans, so you have to think carefully about each, about how you do, how your group will do for each part of the work. So, for example, for the first ones, if you want to know about the answer, the people you will send the questions, you also need to determine who are these and how you will send them. Then about very important, that understand about the way to conduct, the way to do the research. I think not only you, but most of our class members may get a misunderstand between the quantitative and qualitative. if you do quantitative, it's very difficult and very complicated. It's not just simple, what like you mentioned before, that we can't call quantitative. The quantitative research is based on the numbers and facts. So you must collect a lot of information. For example, you send to 200 or 300 respondents, and you from that information, and you use maybe some different methods to analyze about the numbers and to see what the number says. So based on the number from the results, you will have the conclusions. It's not about what we think, that what we apply the mathematics way or method to analyze the results. So it's very complicated, and you must understand clearly about mathematics, otherwise you can't do it. So I think 7th group, you haven't applied quantitative, you just use some information but not quantitative. All of you just normally we use qualitative, and qualitative is also we need more information. Maybe you need to research maybe 50 or maybe hundreds or similar like that, but we may ask, or we maybe we discuss with the answer, the people who ask. Maybe we ask them more details about what they think, but only about what they think. So just about the feeling, that just about based on what they think, not about the number of people who have similar thinking. So maybe after you answer, maybe you give the questionnaire to 50 people or 100 people, and you see some answers. It helps you to have some information, but you can't prove that may apply for all customers. So that we call quantitative. So maybe you should read more about quantitative and qualitative to understand clearly how to apply. Then you can understand more about that. In general, we must make the plans. For example, for this table, when you mentioned about yes, for this, you must make clear. Maybe you said that you have the timelines. So maybe in your timeline already have that, but you must devise who do the S, the W, the O, the T, and when you do, and what information and how you do that, or something like that. And for example, the previous information you give us, for example, you divide based on the age, right?
Yes.
But how can you divide? For example, as I remember, from 15 to 17. So why 15, 17? When we do the research, we must have the reason, the reasons to do it. People ask you why you choose this age, or maybe from 18, I don't remember, but maybe to 20s. So they will ask you why from 15 to 17 and from 18 to 12, not from 15 to 12 and maybe 21 to, I think, 24, and from 24 to 30, maybe like this. they will ask you why you don't use this, but you use what you are using, similar like that. So we need have some information to prove that.
Thầy ơi, thật ra em có cái lý do để chia như thế đấy ạ. Thầy có muốn nghe không ạ?
No, because we don't have enough time. Just I told you to prepare. Next time, maybe or when you have the final results, you can explain, but not now. But that we need to prepare. That we need, when we make the plans, we need to make it clear so we have reasons to do it. Yes. Okay.
Dạ vâng, cảm ơn thầy ạ.
Okay, thank you. Group 1, Group 2, please.
Hello ạ. Yes. Nghe không ạ?
Very clear.
So our group a major project about the marketing strategies of a Strongbow cider. The marketing strategies name is Taste and Choose Ciders, cứ chiêu thôi ạ. Giờ đầu tiên đây thì bọn em có nói qua về cái lịch sử thành lập của công ty cũng như là một số những điều cơ bản ở trong phần đầu tiên. Tiếp theo thì ở phần 1 là phần em làm thì em sẽ đưa ra cái mô hình là SWOT về cái comprehensive situation analysis. So about the strengths thì về phần thế mạnh của Strongbow là Strongbow đã là một cái doanh nghiệp thành lập từ rất lâu rồi, từ những năm 1960, cho nên là
you don't need to go for details. Yeah, just tell us about the way, the methods you apply to do. We don't now, it's not time to talk about the results, just about the method.
Ở đây thì em dùng cái secondary data, em sẽ lấy nguồn từ trên các cái trang hiệu Wikipedia các thứ để tìm hiểu về các cái thế mạnh và điểm yếu, những cái opportunity và threat của công ty.
Yes.
Thế là xong phần
1. Em thấy em với cùng một bạn nữa nói làm về phần 2.
Yes.
Phần 2 của bọn em là nói về mục tiêu marketing của Strongbow. Thì mục tiêu đó là để nâng cao nhận thức về thương hiệu của đối với khách hàng mà bọn em mà Strongbow lựa chọn, đó là khách hàng giới trẻ ở tại Việt Nam. Chiến dịch cứ chiêu thôi của Strongbow đã nhắm đến thế hệ trẻ, là khách hàng họ muốn tập trung, bởi vì thế hệ trẻ là rất là năng động và có tiềm năng có thể lan tỏa được thương hiệu của họ ra nhiều hơn. Cũng có thể bắt kịp được các trend trên mạng xã hội như là Facebook, Instagram hay là TikTok.
Okay.
Em chào thầy, em là Giang ạ. Thì phần 3 và phần 4 là em làm ạ. Còn cái financial plan này là em đã tìm hiểu trên mạng về một cái sự kiện của Strongbow, là họ có công khai những cái này lên, là chi phí để dùng để làm cái sự kiện đấy và những influencer để quảng bá sự kiện. Còn bên dưới là về phần của target audience. Cái này là cũng là do em tìm được ở trên mạng, là dùng secondary data. Cái này là do họ public ra. Đây là gì nhỉ? Target của họ là những người trẻ khoảng tầm tuổi từ 21 đến 35. Giới tính thì có thể là cả hai ạ. Khoảng thu nhập thì có thể là từ 3 đến 15 triệu. Mức trung bình vì Strongbow cũng là không phải là đồ uống quá đắt hay là quá rẻ, mà là khoảng 20.000 một lọ đúng không nhỉ? 20.000 một lọ. Nên tầm giá và tầm tuổi này là ok ạ. Vâng, em xin hết phần ấy của em ở đây ạ.
Yes, okay.
Em chào thầy, em là Hòa. Đây là phần 5 em làm. Ở đây thì có các thuộc tính nổi bật nhất của Strongbow, đó là như trên màn hình là POD 1, 2, 3, 4 là các đặc điểm nổi bật nhất của rượu táo Strongbow, và ở dưới là các vị thế cạnh tranh, giá trị cốt lõi và và cái lý do để khách hàng tin vào Strongbow để sử dụng Strongbow. Dạ vâng, đây như ở dưới đấy. Cái lượng calo trung bình ở một chai Strongbow là khoảng 100 calo trên một chai, nên là mức đấy là một mức thấp, nên là không gây hại cho sức khỏe. Nếu mà người trẻ tuổi như bọn em khoảng từ 19 đến 20 tuổi sẽ không gây hại đến sức khỏe nếu sử dụng đúng liều lượng. Em xin hết ạ. Thầy còn hỏi gì không?
Okay, the title of the last one, the research method. How do you understand about research method? What is this? What is research method?
Em thầy ở đây là em dùng các phương pháp, mấy cái method như là comparison hoặc là enumeration method để liệt kê ra những điểm mạnh của Strongbow, và biện pháp so sánh hơn nhất ở đây là
Yes. So what you show here is method, research method.
Đây là secondary.
Do you think that all this? Do you think all this is method, a research method?
Không ạ, đây chỉ là mấy cái phần cái research method là chỉ là phần bên đầu tiên ạ. Còn ở dưới là những cái đặc điểm để bọn em liệt kê ra thôi ạ.
Yes. Okay. Firstly, I like the way your group work. That's Zhang. He sent me your work to ask me to answer and to have some information about what you planned. That's a very good way to do. And the second, that you divide into some 4 of you present. That very good. That we call group work. It's not that only one member talk everything. So the way you do is very good. But how do you think about your work, your plans? Is that what we call a plan? Everything in this paper, do you think that is a plan?
Theo bọn em thì cái này cũng chưa hẳn là một plan, vì cái này là kiểu bọn em làm theo hướng là sườn bài để lên trình bày ạ.
Yes.
Nên nó thành ra thế này.
Yes. What you told us is about the results, and you misunderstand, and you do similar with the marketing subject. But this subject is marketing research. So we talk about the way how we conduct the research, how we design the plans, and how we apply the plans. Then after all of that, you will have this one, right?
Yes.
Yes. So you go to the wrong directions. You need to make it again.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
và we will bọn em sẽ họp bàn vào là
Yes.
gặp lại một bàn khác.
Okay, no problem.
Em cảm ơn vì đóng góp ý của thầy ạ.
Okay.
Vâng ạ.
Next group, please.
Yes. Please give me a few minutes to share my screen. Thầy nhìn thấy.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. This is our group plan. The product we will analyze things is Roman lipstick. The situation that we built is we need to run advertising the products and how to approach customer satisfactions. The customer will be the students, especially like teenager girls. And our timeline in 4 weeks. Week 1 we will complete ideas. Week 2 and 3 we will start to run advertisings on the internet, like Instagram or on Facebook. And week 4 we will access to customer opinions, or like we will have the surveys on the internet, on our website, to ask the customer how they think about our opinions. We also have we also list some strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. We will have strengths is like we have expertise in using social network. We will help spread the product to more people. We will also easy to reach buyer without spending a lot of money on advertising, like on the TVs or magazines. And we will easy to take care of and care about customer through the social network. Our weakness is, I think, is we will not create a lot of trust for customer.
No, we don't need to go for details. Just tell us the method you apply. That's enough.
Anh chưa hiểu câu hỏi lắm ạ.
You do, yeah. You don't need to describe about the strength, the weakness, or any other things. You just tell us about the plans you need to do. What you will do, yeah.
We will run advertising for.
I see.
Yeah.
Yes. Anything else? That's all.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay. Anyone in our class? Anyone want to ask them or to tell or to tell anything about that plans? Do you think that this one is a plan for marketing research? And which research you do here? Do you think that this one is marketing research? This one is a research?
I think it's not.
It is a marketing plans or research plans?
Em có thể dùng marketing plan hơn.
Yes, I think so. So you maybe I think that's similar with the previous group 2, that you go in the wrong directions. What you make is a marketing plans. Yes, 17, what you want to say?
No.
Okay.
It's just I know the first look that it looks like it's gone the whole other way now. I kind of feel depressed about our group work.
Yes. So I think that this one is marketing plans and not research plans. So maybe after you do the research plans, you have information to do the marketing plans. For example, if you want to run the advertising, you need to find out the target customers or something like that. So based on the plans, you research about who will use the product, who pay money or something like that. And after you know and their behavior, what kind of maybe website they use, or what kind of social network they use, something like that, then you will know that if you run the advertise, where you run this, you run on TVs or on Facebook or Instagram or in some others websites. So what you need to do is make a plan to research about customer behavior or about the problem of the company. And after that, you have information, then you will prepare the marketing plans, and marketing plans is for another subject, not this ones. Do you get this?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, thank you. The last one, group 4, please.
Yes, please wait me for a second. Can you see our screen now?
Yes.
Okay, and I represent for group 4, and today I'm going to talk about our plan about the marketing research plan of the Microsoft Surface. Our research objective is find out the effectiveness of Microsoft Surface marketing strategies, and besides that, we are want to learn about the target market and target customer of Microsoft Surface. And we want to combine with customer satisfaction to evaluate its strategy and come up with some solutions. About the research methods, we want to use the qualitative and quantitative ways to do some research. And this is our SWOT methods. Và trong nhóm của tụi em thì công việc nó sẽ được chia làm 4 nhánh chính, đó là sẽ là tìm data, lập bản hỏi, thảo luận và đưa ra kết luận cuối cùng. Và tụi em muốn dùng những phương pháp là nghiên cứu thị trường marketing và phương pháp marketing của Microsoft Surface để từ đó đưa ra giải pháp, và bằng cách sử dụng secondary data từ các dữ liệu có sẵn trên Google, qua những cái bài báo, qua những cái trang chủ, những cái thông tin của bên Microsoft đưa ra, thì tụi em dùng đó là những cái primary data mà tụi em muốn lấy về. và tụi em sẽ đưa ra kết luận là kết quả về phương pháp của Microsoft có hiệu quả hay không và có tới được người dùng hay không, và từ đó là sẽ đưa ra những cái giải pháp để giúp cho cái cách tiếp cận của Microsoft Surface nó đến được với nhiều người dùng hơn. Đây là cái phần plan của tụi em thôi, nên là tụi em cũng kiểu làm nó hơi ngắn gọn tí để có khi là thầy góp ý để tụi em làm ấy hơn ạ. Để đó là xong phần của tụi em rồi.
How about the surveys, the questionnaires? What will you do for the surveys or questionnaires? Can you hear my questions?
Yes. We going to em sẽ lập bảng SWOT từ secondary data để nắm bắt về những cái tính chất của Microsoft Surface. Tụi em sẽ làm tầm khoảng 20 câu hỏi thông qua những cái biểu mẫu để gửi cho bạn bè thu thập kết quả rồi phân tích ạ.
Do your friends use Surface?
Yes.
How many of them?
Just a few of them, because there's
if they don't use Surface, how can you get the information?
I up our questions in the Microsoft Surface group to get some để lấy những cái phản hồi ạ, để lấy những cái phản hồi từ những cái người dùng, từ những người đã dùng qua rồi. Thì tụi em sẽ lấy những cái thông tin đó để tụi em tổng hợp lại.
Do you think that is primary data? You just maybe similar with the group 5 or group 6, I don't remember exactly, but you just go to maybe some website or some fan page and you collect some information in maybe on that, and actually maybe that information is the fake information. We all know that now. Some company, they rent or they ask or they request their staff, or maybe they rent some students who log on some fan page or some group and send some very good information feedbacks for their product, or maybe send maybe the bad feedback for the competitors' product. That what a company do. So that information we can't use because it may be the fake information, right?
Yes.
So it's not the way, the method to do the research. The research we can't base on that. You have to find out by your own. You have to ask in persons. You have to connect with them and ask them or send them the questionnaires or call them to do the surveys or something like that. So you must make the plans to do it. And if you choose the product, you must meet the people who use the product to ask, not just in general. Because, for example, for someone who haven't used Surface, they can't answer, right? So you have to make the plans to find out where are they and how to connect with them and how many of them and who will do it and how long it do it, or everything for the plans. Similar with I mentioned for some other group before.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Cảm ơn
So
thầy.
okay, so after today, I think that all